Regards from the cruise guys. In this video I would like to show you something special. By no means this is the recreational trip, and by no means this is a standard cruise as you probably seen in videos or in other travels around the world. This is the Nomad Cruise, and let me take you to this interesting journey. What does the Nomad Cruise means? Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were a group of people who wanted to travel the world, as many of us. And usually, we take airplanes, buses, other means of transport to move around the globe. However, one of them noticed that there are options very cheaply or relatively cheaply to embark on a cruise which takes you over the Atlantic in autumn from Europe to Central America. He made an announcement on Facebook, and eventually over 100 people joined this crazy journey. This happened quite a few years ago, and probably around 2015-16 I was also among those lucky ones, hop on a cruise in Spain and ended up 2 weeks later in South America. The Nomad Cruise was born like this, attracting more and more people, becoming a real game changer in the community of digital nomads and online entrepreneurs. So in this video I'm going to show you what actually happens on such events, what is the outcome, what is the side value can be produced, not only by simply relaxing, but also with the meaningful communication between the people, quality spending time, and embracing yourself into the community of like-minded people. So you just heard the story how the Nomad Cruise was actually started, and the person behind this is Johannes. Johannes, hello.
Hey.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, yes.
It was a big break, right? Like 3 years have passed or more between the cruises, and as I understand it was very uncertain, like is it will be possible to continue this or not. So how does it feel like when you relaunched the entire project that everybody was so anticipating for?
I mean, it feels, it was quite a mission. Like I was actually really not sure whether we are gonna do this again, but I had a lot of people asking like, when is the next cruise happening? And it just, since the questions continued all the time, I just, put all the effort in, and now I'm super excited that we can finally back on board again and organize our 11th cruise so far.
This is the middle of the trip. How it is going now?
It's going good. I mean, we still are learning a lot because now we have a new ship and we have a new app and like how we are connecting everything and stuff. So it's a little bit of a learning process still, but I'm super excited so far, and everyone seems to be happy. So that's most important.
Absolutely, and I'm also very happy to be over here and looking forward to all the events we're gonna have here, like even some trips, some connections. And now, since it's relaunched, I believe that there should be some continuation, yes? And like having all this experience for almost a decade of running the cruises, how do you see the entire project will be developing? Like what's the vision for this in the nearest future?
So we are thinking to have probably 2 cruises per year, but there might even be something special, some special events happening as well. But I'm working now to get a new one, to announce something else. And for everyone who's interested to find out where this is all developing, I would highly recommend to just sign up for the newsletter on our website, nomadcruise.com. And then we keep you always up to date, and you can be like the first one to hear where we are going next. But the main idea is to have 2 cruises per year, one shorter and one a little bit longer one.
And guys, just for you to keep in mind that Nomad Cruise is part of the Nomad Base ecosystem, yes, which is the ultimate hub for digital nomads, and there are a few other things happening beside life on the sea, right? There are events in different countries, there are meetups, Basically 1 year ago exactly, we were participating on the conference in Croatia, which is part of this entire story I'm representing here from Ukraine. So I'm very grateful that we have a chance to meet again, and
Yes.
I'm very grateful that Nomad community is participating in the events. And I'm looking forward that one of the upcoming cruises will be eventually held in Ukraine.
Yes, that would be awesome. I mean, I love the Ukraine, and as much as I can support and we can do something there, we are up for it, and we are great. It's awesome to have you on board as well here.
Yeah.
And we'll come to the Ukraine for a proper cruise for sure one
Absolutely.
day as well.
Good luck, and
Cheers.
let's carry on.
Okay, cool.
Some of the coolest things in such cruises is being able to stop along the route in different locations, and during the daytime get out of this huge ship and take a look what's happening around in those coastal areas. So for example, now we arrived in Catania, which is the second largest city on the island of Sicily, and I'm having a chance just to get into the town and see how does it look like. Let's go. In the meantime, some people are going from the port and they're going to board our cruise ship just now. So you see that there is a line being formed. They will go through the entire check-in process, and yeah, they are going to join us on this massive ship. There is the entire procedure, as you can see. People are being greeted with a special branding photo. Hello. They are going to have the time of their lives here, probably as all other nomads, most of whom are somewhere in the city. So I'm pretty sure once we walk out, we'll find a few of them. A rather standard procedure. Once people go into the port, there are some tourist buses waiting for them. And the entire area is huge, as you can see, so it even takes some time to get out of the port. And here I would like to tell a few of my professional practice. So I'm a partner in Nomad Mania, which is the ultimate hub for global travelers, and we have the most exhaustive list of people who visit every country in the world, who aim to do so, or just in general for those who are pretty serious about storing their travel records. And one of the biggest issues and discussions inside our community is what can be considered to be a proper visit of a country or even a particular place. So many people thinking that they're traveling on the cruise ships and just watching from the ship over the city, they think that they visited the place. However, according to Nomad Mania rules, you actually have to go into the place, experience it. And one of the requirements here is to leave the port area, which is exactly what we are going to do right now. Okay, so we basically left the port. It's pretty busy here on the streets, as you can see. And let's check out where is the historical center, where are most of the landmarks. Pretty traditionally, most of the port areas are kind of neglected a little bit, a little bit shady, like it is now over here. But it's a rather standard way how things are being operated, especially in those southern Mediterranean areas. So let's carry on and explore the town. I guess it's better to take some back streets to avoid the traffic. Very quiet, pretty dirty as well, as I see. Probably siesta time over here now, so people already maintain that tradition in Italy, especially in the south. I must say that this is one of those rare examples when I didn't do any type of preparation of a particular destination where I go, which is rather untypical because I'm the kind of the guy who likes to learn history, geography, and usually I even memorize the map way in advance before I visit the place itself. This is visit to Catania is not like that, because like recent weeks were super busy and I just didn't have a time to read anything. No, Sicily is the island which is actually situated exactly in the center of Mediterranean, which used to be, without any overestimation, the center of the entire world in previous times, right? The huge trading routes have been passing by over here, which actually developed the entire island, making local cities like Catania, like the capital of Sicily, Palermo, some of the wealthiest and even largest by population settlements of its time. And while walking here, you can understand it. We are definitely in the central part. It's a nice pedestrian area with vast squares, and it's already absolutely more lively over here. Wow, just look at this architecture. Actually, Catania, as I read, is one of the nicest places where you can experience the Baroque style of architecture of the time. And the reason for that, as far as I remember, is that, you know, first of all, you have to understand that Catania is situated at the foothills of Etna volcano, which is the largest active volcano in Europe. And because of such proximity, during eruptions in the previous centuries, it was destroyed several times. So one of the largest reconstructions of Catania happened in 17th century, and that was the time when Baroque style was the most popular around the world. That's why now the historical center of Catania is considered to be one of the best preserved places and the masterpiece of the Baroque architecture, and a good example of this for other places like this, not only around Europe but also around the entire world. I think it's time to look for nomads now. Let's just roam the streets and see if we can find anyone. Considering that we are a rather large group, almost 300 people, at least a third of them should be walking somewhere around. Let's check it out. And here we go, the first found nomad in Catania. Nice to see you.
Hey,
How are you finding Catania?
I'm really positively surprised because it's a beautiful architecture everywhere and a beautiful town beyond the Etna volcano, and I like it.
Just for you to know, Marcus is Facebook ads specialist, and we also had a chance to work together.
Exactly.
Actually, when the Nomad Base Community in its original form was launched, right?
That's right, yeah.
So it's thanks to this guy there is such a vibrant community now, and more people actually can get to know about it. So I also highly recommend you to join the Nomad Base. Link will be down below. And in the meantime, what's bringing you to Nomad Base? Like, what's bringing you to the Nomad Cruise, which is the part of the Nomad Base infrastructure?
Well, I like the idea of having that community because it's very hard to find nomads sometimes if you travel just alone or something. So yeah, that's really a great opportunity to make friends if you continue to follow Nomad Cruise or Nomad Base.
I think one of the biggest issues for nomads is loneliness, because since people work online, they come from different areas. Sometimes this entrepreneurial journey can be like really lonely, yeah?
Right.
And such events bring people together, which is not only limited by a single event like Nomad Cruise. You know, there was a pre-event in Genoa, then there'll be some extensions after like the departure, the arrival of the cruise ship. So this is the entire ecosystem for people who want to travel, who want to work online or already do this. And obviously the best way to continue this development is to integrate yourself into the community of like-minded people.
That's right, perfectly said.
One of the requirements according to Nomadmania, so the traveler could claim he actually visited some place, is to have some kind of local experience. And obviously, like one of the truest, if possible to tell, so experiences in Italy would be trying its gelato, which is ice cream. Here I see a stand, so invite you to try Italian ice cream. Here it is. So now I can officially tell that I visited the place, I left the transport area, which is the port, I had the local experience, and can claim that I visited Catania, which is part of Eastern Sicily Nomadmania region. Guys, if you want to learn more about our platform, please follow the link below, nomadmania.com, and enhance your travels. Just a small disclaimer over here. Obviously, we're talking about a minimal visit. As a travel platform, Nomad Mania is encouraging its users to have a good visits and embrace the destination as much as possible. Learn, prepare, and spend more time. And in order to enrich your travel experiences, we have the entire section of series where you can browse the map and see what other particular places of interest are surrounding you. Doesn't matter where are you on our globe. Nomad Mania have it all. As for now, I will switch off before coming back to the cruise and just enjoy Catania by myself. All right, so we are back from the short walk, and now more and more nomads are popping up. What's your name, may I ask?
My name is Mate.
Mate?
Yes,
Mate,
the Czech
Mate.
Matthew.
Matthew, where are you from?
Czech Republic originally, but growing up in UK and leaving the UK 7 years now.
And you
remote.
also mentioned you lived in Kyiv for some time,
Yes,
right?
yes, with
So
my wife. yeah.
when it happened, what did you do there and so on?
Yeah, so my wife is Ukrainian, so we lived there 2017, 2018, and leaving like 2019. We were hoping to actually get a flat and establish our European base there, but the pandemic chose otherwise, and a 2-week trip in Bali ended up almost 3 years now. Actually, just over 3 years. So
Okay.
we've left since.
I
but,
mean,
yeah.
hopefully you'll be back. Obviously, we
100%,
remember,
100%.
The war in Ukraine is still happening, and basically my presentation, guys, here on this cruise is like about Ukraine, yeah. And this is the extension of the topic that I started 1 year ago in Croatia on the Nomad Base. So, like, what was your experience in Kyiv before the war?
I loved it. It's one of my favorite places. The food is incredible in the summertime. It's just barbecues, you know, swimming in the Dnieper. It's really like a really nice feeling. Friends, coffee shops, bars, a lot of activities, a lot of good friends and good times. It's really holds a strong place in my heart, and I look forward definitely to being there again and yeah, calling it our European base.
Okay, nice. So
Okay.
you are the girlfriend of Matej, actually.
Yes,
yeah?
yes, I am. Not girlfriend, wife.
Ah, you're married already?
Yes,
nice.
yes.
And you're from Ukraine, as I understand?
Yes, I'm from Ukraine.
Where are you from?
I'm from Severodonetsk, Lugansk region.
Okay, so this is like the city under occupation at the moment.
Yeah, it has been for almost a year now.
So what's like? Do you have any information? What's happening there right now?
Right now, they don't shoot there. That's one thing I know, because my grandma still lives there. She said I refuse to leave my goats and my chickens and my house. So of course she's like.
She's in Severodonetsk.
Yeah,
now.
she's in Severodonetsk because she was like, I cannot. And also she has an elderly 92-year-old paralyzed brother-in-law that she looks
Oh my
after,
God.
and she's 75 years herself. So she looks after him and she looks after her goats. She feeds people who don't have food. She sheltered maybe 5 or 6 people in her house when there was heavily bombing in my town.
Yeah. You know, like guys, for
Yeah.
you who don't remember, Severodonetsk is the city next to also Lysychansk,
Yeah.
and those areas were occupied like in summer last year.
Yeah,
Like
pushing really hard,
very
yeah.
tough. So what you are doing right now?
I'm singing. I've been singing all my life, and
Singing?
Singing,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Will be as one.
And I help people to sing and open up their voices, to use their voices powerfully, and to inspire them to own their truth.
Ah, so you had a workshop over here.
Yes,
right?
yes,
How
I
did it go?
Yeah, it went great. It was, I don't know, maybe more than 30 people. We all were singing, and maybe I will do another one before we finish,
Cool.
because a lot of people were saying that they were sad to miss it.
Absolutely. The workshops are one of the coolest features we have here on the event on Nomad Cruise, because every unique people like Nastya, for example, and other specialists can share their knowledge with others. And I believe that having a good like representative voice is one of the biggest skills people could have in their life, right?
Yes.
Like we are now in southern Spain, in southern Italy, in Sicily, which used to be the part of Roman Empire.
Yeah.
And we all know how famous were these like ancient orators or
Yes.
public speakers, because this is really something which you can help you in life very well. And I wish you good luck
Thank you so
with
much.
everything.
Thank you so much, Orest.
So you see how the entire global community, guys, is interconnected. Let's board the ship right now. Check out what is here. And as I see, this is the workshop. As I just heard, this is the workshop about the human design. This can mean many different options, but the idea is that nomads who travel the world, who work online, they have the option to design their life in every possible way. The only limit is creativity, a little bit of life circumstances, and some more practical things like finances, obviously, right? So here on the Nomad Cruise, people who chase their dreams meet together, and I'm honored to belong to this community for many years. So whenever we have a chance to visit Nomad events, we always act as ambassadors of Ukraine. And on this event in particular, we also present the event in Ukraine, the war in Ukraine, from the nomad perspective. So now let me take you a little bit inside the ship, show how casual things are looking around here and what nomads actually do while other people simply enjoy the sun. It's probably around 200 meters that way. We are in the start, near the nose, and on the first deck. So basically we are over here. The entire cruise is like this, and it's like a city floating in the water. So let's go on some of our events. We're gonna go on a 5th deck and look for nomads. Here you can see kind of like the main hall, the open space, people chilling with the bar. Some events are being held over there. And yeah, this is like the 3rd, 4th and 5th deck with many shops around. It definitely feels like a city floating in the water. And I must say that this very cruise is bigger than the previous one we did across the Atlantics. It's also much busier now. So this is Valeria,
Hi, nice to meet you.
also from Ukraine.
I am from Kiev.
Ukrainians are taking over this cruise. Like this time there are at least dozens of people of our country. And it's nice to see that the entire society is developing, which is also a contribution to making like movement more popular in Ukraine.
Yes, and spread out the knowledge of what's happening inside of digital nomad community, so it's more accessible to Ukrainian citizens.
How about you? Like what are you doing? Where do you live?
I'm based in Madeira. I've been a digital nomad myself for the last 7 years, and now I settled in Madeira Island in Portugal, and I work for a US company as a project manager in CGI market.
So we just arrived on one of the events and we have to be quiet, and we'll continue some studying, and stay with us, we'll carry on.
No, stay with us. Come to Nomad Cruise, next
Yeah.
Nomad Cruise. See you here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from AI Lead Generation headquarters, in the middle of the room, the 430 workshop, Ganesh!
So basically this is our main venue where most of the workshops and practical events are being organized, with people sharing different kind of topics, theory, practice, experience and so on. And also me and Marta had the pleasure to represent Ukraine and speak from the digital nomad perspective what's actually happening with our country, with our friends, and with Ukrainian digital nomads who are somehow participate in war.
Very lost. So enjoy it. But in the US or Canada, you don't have access yet. Last question. Anybody try text?
Wow, man, thanks. Great presentation.
Yay!
Amazing. What made you come on a cruise and what do you get out of here as a senior nomad?
Oh my gosh. To be honest, I think this is one of the best nomadic experiences. This is my first cruise and I'm like gutted at why I didn't come before. Because first you have a cruise experience. Of course, it's amazing, unlimited food, drinks and parties, that's one thing. But for senior digital nomads, right, 35 plus senior are in that range. First, you can have a professional meeting. You can meet the, of course, other entrepreneurs in the similar situation. You can talk about tax, finance, lead generation, which I just did, and several workshops, networking, speed networking as well. So several events to generate value for each other's projects and businesses. So this is the massive value.
Basically immersing yourself in the community of nomads and also joining the digital nomads around the world.
Let's go, let's
on
party.
Facebook, guys,
Let's
will
travel.
be a good turn, right?
Cheers.
Thank you, man. Good luck. So the next topic you see, what emails are the ones you can't wait to receive? So this is basically a workshop about email marketing, as I understand. And as you can see here on the Nomad Cruise, people don't only interact, they're not only having fun, they're not only resting, but they're also studying. And the presentation of Danish actually showed a few examples which professions will gonna be in demand in the future, which are not. And digital nomads are one of the most progressive societies out there. So belonging to this group really gives you a wide vision on the future of the world. So how it is going?
Very well, thank you.
Very well. Like, what did you take the outcome today? What was the most useful for you?
We learned about how to use AI tools to leverage your business as a digital nomad. I saw some very, very interesting stuff going on.
And what do you do like that? Will it help in your stuff? Because you are doing a lot of content, right?
Yes, it helps me writing. I'm a freelance writer. I haven't been exploring this enough, but I have a feeling, I have an intuition that it's going to save me a ton shit amount of time.
Looking on your initiatives that you do online, that you post all the time, I definitely see it will help you, right? And how people can find you, because you are sharing a lot of wisdom for digital nomads.
Thank you. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and Medium and Instagram. I can give you the links. Sharon Zaks, Z-A-K-S.
Okay.
I'll send you the links.
Follow Sharon, please. Every evening we have a kind of like dinner where people meet together, and it's such a vibrant community where everybody represents different countries and different professions. So like, let's use this chance and just ask where are they from and what they do. So let me just pass it by. You keep it closer to your mouth.
Okay. My name is Simone Vincenzi. I'm from Italy, live in London, and I work building webinar funnels for online businesses.
My name's Lavalda Vincenzi. I'm an international moderator, MC, and host.
Okay, but then why other people?
Hi, my name is Christina. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia. I did everything from PPC sales to marketing, head of operations, and I'm going into data analysis.
Hey, I'm Igor, and I'm a software engineer, software infrastructure engineer also. You know, some people like to say architect, but I don't like to use that word.
Hello, my name is Samson Vols, and I run a YouTube channel about AI and creativity. And if you want to check it out, it is Samson Vols, Delightful Design.
Absolutely. And we met in Lviv, Ukraine, like some time ago.
Yes, we did. I met Orest and Marta 18 months ago in Ukraine, and they were wonderfully welcoming. And me and Orest went to a wonderful Viennese cake shop where we ate a delicious cake in the most fabulous, beautiful, ornate Viennese cake shop that had wonderful decorations. And it was a great experience, and I felt incredibly welcome in Lviv, and I'm very much looking forward to going back.
Absolutely. See you soon there.
Yes.
I'm from Turkey, but I live in the US, and I'm an architect. I design a theme park, and I'm so proud of it. What else?
Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür ederim.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm from the USA, baby, and I'm a research scientist. And you know me.
There's Marta.
You know me already.
Yeah, so very vibrant community, guys, and you know, people can learn from someone not only on the professional level, but also, it's a cultural exchange, and basically, this is the beauty of this place that we are now at the moment. So let's carry on.
Hello everyone, I would like to make a small cabin tour. So we have a cabin with a window. I will show you now. It's a second deck, or the first one. First, we are for sure above the water. It's really nice view from here. Oh, the sound is so bright. And I enjoy just to sit here sometimes and watching the sea. Big and pretty comfortable bed. You have a couple of mirrors, a lot of compartments for all your stuff you need, and we even have a sofa. Before that, in previous cruises, Orest t-shirt. In previous cruises, we had a smaller cabin, so this is quite a luxury almost, I would say, and also toilet and a shower.
Ooh.
Yeah, no seasickness so far. Very comfortable, nice shower. We had some small problems with the system. Oh, maybe it's still leaking with the water. Yeah, so that's the only one stuff, which is a little bit annoying, but anyway, all the rest is just perfect. I am enjoying.
During one of the days here on the cruise, we stopped in Corfu, which is a Greek island actually bordering Albania, the mainland of the Balkans. And just next to our ship, which is over here, you can see the mountains, which already indicate that that's a neighboring country. Another interesting feature, apart from simply like visiting Corfu and walking on those historical streets, is that the cruise will have a kind of like extension. And one of the most interesting things which will happen after the cruise are multiple like after meetings, yes, of nomads in the area. And actually one of them will happen in Albania that we are able to spot now from the opposite side of this strait. By the way, Albania is also becoming a hotspot for digital nomads. It's a country which is developing pretty fast and has a lot to offer to travelers and nomads alike. So this is the way how all the things are becoming connected over here. One of the features usually included into the Nomad Cruise events is kind of piranha tank. This is a competition between the ideas of different entrepreneurs where they pitch their projects and hopefully can get some funding from the community. So let's have a quick look what's today on the table.
They had kids and they had grandkids and they grew up in these countries. And now a lot of us are facing the same challenges that our ancestors did when they decided to leave Europe.
So I went all in to fix this. I started doing yoga, I started doing posture exercises, and I converted full-time to a standing desk. The problem is, it's very hard to have a standing desk when you want to be a nomad and travel. So in 2020, I put my engineering skills to work and started building a collapsible travel standing desk in my garage. I went through 2 years of prototyping and working with suppliers and getting patents, and I finally landed on a design that really works. It's lightweight, quick setup in less than a minute, separate keyboard tray for optimal ergonomics. That's really what sets it apart from the competition, is that you can have your keyboard.
And I have a dream.
that one day the war will stop. But today, it's not about the war. I would like to talk about another dream that I've been thinking about for the last 7 years since I became a digital nomad. Nomad Gossip Magazine.
She loves traveling. She doesn't know how to grow her audience though, and she doesn't know how to get better deals with hotels and brands. She gets frustrated wasting hours and hours sending emails trying to get collabs with hotels. I present to you Believe It Travel, and this is my piranha tank idea.
Experts in each of these fields heavily leveraging AI tools to deliver faster and cheaper than traditional options. So how does it work? You sign up your way. It's a flexible model. So you choose what services you need. Specifically, it can be, maybe just some design help, some development. You need to build your app. So say you're a coach and you have a beautiful.
It would be great if you could all contribute just a little bit if you enjoyed this trip. So they don't just make me look better, but also without Rennie and Dory, it would have been impossible to organize this whole event within just 3 months, a little bit over 3 months. Like once we got the confirmation that we can go here on the ship, it was just like one thing after another, and it's so good to have them part of the team already for a really, really long time. As you know, the cruise is always the beginning. Right? And it's really not over now, and even if you need to leave tomorrow, you will see if you're sticking around a little bit with a few people, if you keep in touch, next year in Bali you will meet someone who's been sitting over there and that you never saw in your life before, but you've been on the same boat. And I hope really for all of you that this cruise, not just those days here, but they can have a really, really big impact on your life and make the whole journey as a nomad or as a couple, or maybe some of you get married one day. The chances are quite high. So I hope that this has made a very nice impact on you, and that it's not just a cruise, right?
We're on stage at the Nomad Cruise 11 talent show. I can see you stand before me now. And someday you will join us, and the world will believe as one.
It is art, so art. You're done? You dropped the color on stage? Do we still have any more colors? No? We're done with the colors, yeah? Alright, so let me remove this and see the creation. This is very tight. See the creation that... Beautiful, isn't it? There we have it, folks! Purple Glass, the orange sauce, you were amazing, Michael. Thank you so much. Woo!
In the beginning of this video I have told that the Nomad Cruise is not really a recreational trip, and hopefully by now you understand why. As you have seen, it's a combination of networking, of some practical workshops, getting some useful skills that can be applicable in life and business. And in general, in terms of our participation, I hope it was also a kind of like the ambassadorship input from Ukraine to show, to send a message that we should continue supporting positive movements in our life, we should continue building more bridges, and I hope that someday such a huge cruise will be possible to organize in Ukraine, flowing down the Dnieper River, stopping in Kherson, stopping in Odessa, and obviously all along the Crimean coast. Honey, what can you tell? How did it work for you?
I really like the idea of being on a cruise ship with such great people, like-minded people. I got my new experiences, I've tried something new, and also I got my inspiration and some knowledge. So I think it's a great possibility to connect, to open up, to meet, to integrate something new and useful into your personality.
And finally, it's important to always remain true to yourself in order not to get crazy in all this like messy world around us. The cruise itself was pretty intense by itself, with so many people, so many things happening. So it was important to choose what should you do, with whom you would speak, and obviously remember, always find time for yourself. So now, for example, we stopped in a beautiful Greek island of Kefalonia, which is pretty rural, as you can see around. It's not very busy as some other places we've been stopping here before. So it's a good chance just to reconsider many things that happened recently. So guys, I'm switching off as for now. In the meantime, check out the Nomad Cruise website, subscribe to the newsletter, don't miss the next event, and who knows, maybe the life will go the way, so we'll meet somewhere on the sea or on the ground. Good luck!